Okay, so this is week 2 of my Beauty Bliss project, and this is my first interview minus myself. So this is my dear mother, Susan, and today we're going to talk to her about what she thinks. So let's start with the statistic. So 4% of women think they're beautiful. What do you think of this?
I think that's a sad number.
And why do you think it's so low?
I think we have way too much publicity out there. We have a lot of misinformation on what is considered beautiful. Skinny is in, and being in the fitness world, I've learned to look at people and to realize that if they don't have any muscle definition, then that means that they're basically probably obese. So a lot of what these people are going for, this look that these women are going for, is not only going to be harmful to them later on in their later years, health-wise, but it's not good for them now.
Okay, so you think we're trying to obtain a certain look because we think it's beautiful. But, like, on the flip side, what about a woman that's just naturally slim or something, or naturally really thin and has a hard time gaining weight? I mean, that doesn't make her not beautiful.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. It does
but
not.
We should...
But I think that a lot of women...
You're saying that all sizes should be...
Yes, all sizes
and not just skinny.
All sizes are beautiful, and you are correct. But the question of why I don't think these women think that why I think the number's so low is because we project these images to our teenagers. You have a teenage daughter that's going to be on the cheer team, and they tell her she needs to lose weight. They don't tell her how to lose the weight. They just say to lose weight. Now this teenager, if it's going on their own, if they're out there on their own and trying to lose weight, their first thing that they're going to think of is just don't eat. Starve myself. Eat carrots. Do this. And then they're just setting themselves up. So, if you're going to tell somebody they need to lose weight, then you need to help educate them. And we deal with people of all ages that don't have a clue how to eat right. So we're not teaching our kids how to eat right. So therefore, they're learning different things out there. And then what happens is that they're also learning through different media types of what the world thinks is beautiful.
So
they're judging themselves against those pictures when they shouldn't.
So you're saying that not only we're obsessed with this skinny beautiful, but that's making us unhealthy or forming unhealthy relationships with food with our bodies.
Yes, it does. I had a client one time who took her daughter to the store with her, and they always say that a great place to teach her kids is at the store. Have them read labels, have them do math, have them do this. She takes her daughter to the store to teach her about labels and what's in food, and her father says, I don't want her eating like you. She's trying to teach her daughter, to educate her daughter now on healthy choices of eating and how to project a healthy image. And he's worried that she's going to be turned into something else other than what the mother had planned for her. So I think that's wrong too.
Well, how do you think then that we can change our perspective or this view on what's beautiful?
I think a lot of it's changing anyway. I think people are getting a little bit more health conscious. In our part of the world that we live in, it's not as advanced as what I'd like to see, but it's coming along. I think with more information, that people are starting to learn that there are different ways to be healthy and to be fit. And if somebody is really healthy and fit, they feel that confidence, that self-confidence. It's when we don't feel
we're taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, we're taking care of ourselves. My husband always once said that you go by a house and you look at the person's lawn, and the person's lawn is immaculate. The grass is all cut beautifully. The flower beds are all symmetrical. Everything is gorgeous. And then you look at the person taking care of the yard, and you think, why can they not take care of themselves the same way as they take care of their yard? You take care of your car. When you get this beautiful car, brand new car, you'll do anything to make this car continue to look beautiful. But as we get domesticated from an early age, we don't take care of ourselves the way that we would take care of these new things.
So you think it's kind of like with the 4 agreements, so we don't feel like we're doing our best, so then we don't feel like beautiful, partly because of that?
We don't that, and we don't feel deserving. My daughter always talks about vulnerability, and that we don't expect ourselves, or if we do say that we're beautiful, we feel like we're bragging.
Mm.
And people don't want to say that because they don't want to feel like they're bragging. But you should.
But why can't we even admit it to ourselves, even if we don't say it to other people, then?
Oh, women have the hardest time.
But why can't you?
Women have the hardest time because I don't know what it is. Again, back to being domesticated that way.
That's how we're taught.
That you're taught, yeah.
But why can't we? I mean, I know that.
Why can we not break the cycle?
No, but I mean, it's harder to tell other people things, like to be vulnerable. But why can't we do that with ourselves, even? Like, and take that first step to telling ourselves that we think we're beautiful. Like, why can't we make that like a first choice?
Well, even accepting a compliment. If I was to sit here and say, "Well, Brittany, you just look beautiful today," you know. A lot of times when you tell somebody that,
I'd say thank you. I got it from a mama.
You've been domesticated, right? But a lot of people will say, and I've been known to do it myself many times. Oh, well, thanks, but I've got this, and I'll point out the bad things about me. All I needed to do was, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So we have to work on accepting compliments as well.
You need to not only be able to give a compliment, but you need to be able to accept a compliment when somebody gives it to you and not brush off the fact that they say something to you. And find out, try a little lesson, try a little test. Go out and tell 10 people that you think they look beautiful today, or you think they look nice, or something about them, and they'll say, and see how many come back.
That 4%.
Yeah, that 4% comes back and says, "Oh no, I got this going on, and on my hair, I haven't had a chance to do my hair, and I haven't put any makeup on," So run a little test and see how many. And then if you can, look at that person in the eye and say, just say thank you. Say thank you.
It's very good, very direct. Yeah. So when do you feel most beautiful?
I feel most beautiful when I am doing my best, when I am eating healthy, when I am exercising on a regular basis, because I do just feel like I'm on a high all the time. They always say that when you're back to the car scenario, I've used it for years. If you're putting premium gas in your tank, you're going to run smooth as a top. If you're putting lower grade gasoline in a high graded car, you're going to have some bumps and knocks. And so when I'm putting that pure grade, that premium fuel in me, I feel good. I run good. And I throw back my shoulders. I walk with better care. I have just a self-confidence about me. And when I'm not doing that, then I don't feel self-confidence. So my advice to most people is to get on a good eating program, eat, don't starve yourself. Find alternative ways to eat healthy, to exercise safely. Don't go out there and over-exercise because you're just what I call chasing tail. You're just going to over-exercise and wear yourself out and make yourself look older than what you are, because exercising does age you. Just remember that, all right? It's there to make you stronger and to pump up the muscles that you have. But eating is the key. When you eat right and you exercise, you're going to have more confidence. And then just truly believe. And like I said, when you look in the mirror in the morning, if you're tending to pick out the first thing that's wrong with you, then counterbalance that with saying, oh, but I have beautiful eyes. If you look at Brittany's first video, she talks about her nose and how she got her fallen nose. I've got my daddy's nose. It's just what it is. So go with it. But everybody has beautiful features. So when you want to downgrade one, make sure that you come back with a positive reinforcement about something that you do love about yourself.
That we should do that with others, but also, well, with ourselves, but others as well.
especially with yourself. When you're able to accept compliments and give compliments to yourself, then you'll be more sincere when you get somebody
Then you're
else.
truly like in a loving
Yes, you're
cycle
in
or a
loving
loving
cycle
path.
because you are in love with life and what life is throwing your way and giving to you.
Okay, so final question. With that 4%, do you think you're beautiful?
Yes, I do believe I'm beautiful.
Very good. Anything? Any final comments?
Not really. I think you've done a good job, and I look forward to seeing all the other interviews that you have on this.
Thank you, Mama. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Love you. Episode number 2.